In today's video, I have NBA Tuesday playing games, my 4 favorite free plays for you all in this NBA play-in matchup for Tuesday. We have 2 games to cover, 4 plays that I'm giving for you all. We're going to dive into the data, the matchups, and analysis that you all need for these 4 plays for these playing games. NBA playoffs are finally here. It's starting to heat up. I'm super excited. If you're watching this video, please leave a like. If we hit 20 or more likes on this video, I will give out a bonus play for Wednesday's playing game. So make sure to leave a like. And if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. We recently just hit over 200 subscribers. And since we hit over 200 subscribers, I'm going to be running back my VIP weekend special for $1. So you'll get Friday, Saturday, Sunday VIP plays for just $1. So stay tuned for that coming in Friday's video. So be on the lookout for that. And again, please like, subscribe if you're new here. Let's quickly recap Monday's plays before we get into Tuesday. Monday, we were 1 strikeout too many away from cashing out 4 plays. So Marcell Ozuna did not play, so that play was voided. Kate Cavalli went under his strikeouts. Wilson Contreras, my favorite play of the day, went over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Andy Pages went over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. I think he had 6 so far in the game. The game's still going on. But then Bailey Ober, we had him under 4.5 strikeouts, and he finished with exactly 5. So this is brutal. You just absolutely hate to see that. But still 3-1 on the day. We're feeling really good. We're heating up coming into NBA playoffs, so I feel really good about that. And we've also had some recent wins on the channel. And if you guys comment on this video, hey, maybe you'll get featured in one of my next videos. You guys have been leaving some great comments, super supportive on the channel, showing you all that my picks have helped you out, cash some of your own money. So I really do appreciate every single one of you that tunes in, comments, likes, and subscribes to the channel. But before we get into Tuesday's plays, if you guys are not taking these plays on Novig, you guys are missing out on value. You guys can spend $5 and get $50 bonus cash when you use my code TEEJ10 on Novig. Guys, Novig gives out some of the best value on some of these plays. You guys have to check out Novig. We also recently ran a 100x challenge on there. We turned $5 into over 708 days. We 140x'd our money in 8 days. So get on Novig. You guys can take straight bets on there, so it's not like a DFS book where you have to submit multiple plays and play some parlay every single time. Also, if you're not yet on my Winible store, you guys can get the earliest access to my free plays every single day. Winible.com/ticketswithtj. The link is in the description below, where you guys can sign up for free and get my best slip about an hour or so before the YouTube video even drops. And then when the YouTube video drops, I will also post when that goes live in my Winible store, so you can get the analysis as well. So go sign up to my Winible store. Link is in the description. Now, let's get into these plays for NBA Tuesday play-in. And guys, I have a 30% boost applied to this. So fair warning, it's just I've been using Underdog a little bit more recently, and they've been rewarding me. I don't even have to do anything. I've just been showing up. It's just showing up in my account, and they're giving out boosts for NBA playoffs, so be on the lookout for that. But play number 1, we're starting off with Jaime Jaquez over 11.5 points. Jaquez has gone over 11.5 points in 9 of his last 10 games, and including his last 3 straight, with some really solid games, back-to-back 20-plus point games over his last 2 games, averaging 18.6 points over his last 10 games. So we feel really good about that. On the entire season, he's hit over this line in 68% of his games. So 51 to 75 games, he's gone over, averaging a little over 15 points per game the entire season. So feel really good about that. Also, Pelle Larsson is out in this matchup, so that might help Jaquez get maybe a few more minutes as well in this game. So that doesn't hurt. Head-to-head against the Hornets, Jaquez has gone over this line in 3 of his just last 8 head-to-head matchups, but that's 3 of his last 4, including 3 from this season. And then he did miss on the 17th, but he only took 3 shots in that game, so not really much you can do with there. If he took more shots, I'm assuming he probably would have gone over. If he took a normal amount of shots like he had recently, probably would have gone over. But we're not going to let that deter us from this play, because he's been playing very well to this line. Also, going up against the Hornets rank 7th best in the league in terms of points allowed. Small forward position, they rank 10th, giving up about 13 points per game. Even though that's still really good, it is still above the average of where the line is at for Jaquez. We still feel good. I think he's going to get a few more minutes with Pelle Larsson being out anyway, so that helps us out even more. So that is play number 1 for this NBA Tuesday play-in. Jaime Jaquez over 11.5 points. Moving on to play number 2. This is my favorite play for NBA Tuesday play-ins. It's LaMelo Ball over 36.5 PRA. A very high line for him, but there is a reason why. So Yes, he has only gone over this line in 3 of his last 10 games, but it's actually 3 of his last 4. And if you look at those 3 games where he's gone over against the Timberwolves, against the Celtics, and against the Pistons, all 3 of those teams are playoff teams. So what does that tell you? Well, it means if he's playing up against a playoff caliber team, it's likely that he's probably going to go over this line, especially recently. Yes, in this 4th game against the Knicks, he did go under. Knicks are also a playoff team, very good teams, but you're going over in 3 or 4 games against very tough opponents that you could potentially face in the playoffs. That's a good sign for us heading into this play-in matchup because it means LaMelo Ball is going to be playing more minutes and he's going to have a better sense of urgency and be looking to get the job done to get these wins. On the entire season, he's only gone over this line 24% of his games, but he's been heating up recently against those tough teams. Head-to-head, gone over this line in 4 of his last 7 matchups head-to-head against the Heat, but that is 2 of his last 3, and that's 2 of 3 this season, including one just recently, just about a month ago, not even, a little less, where he had 30 points in that game, 6 rebounds, 13 assists, a very solid game. So we're looking for him to repeat that in this matchup against the Heat. Overall, the Heat ranked 22nd in points allowed, 26 in rebounds, and 19th in assists allowed overall, so not very good. At the point guard position, one of, if not the worst team in the league in terms of defending point guards against these 3 stats. 3rd worst in points allowed, dead last in rebounds, and dead last in assists. I don't know that you can really get a much better matchup at the point guard position. This plays perfectly for LaMelo Ball, and the reason why his line is up higher than what you might normally have seen throughout the entire season. The books know LaMelo's going to be playing more minutes, and he's going to be out on the floor more. He's going to be looking to get the job done. Look, played 37 minutes in one of these games where he went over. Only played like 31, 32 in those other 2 games where he went over. So even if he's just playing a little over 30-plus minutes, we still feel like he can get the job done, all right? So feel really good about this play for LaMelo Ball in this spot where maybe a lot of people might be a little scared of this play because of how high the line is, but there is a reason for that, and you're getting some good value on all these other books that agree with this line as well. So that is my favorite play for Tuesday, LaMelo Ball over 36.5 PRA. Moving on to play number 3, we're taking Devin Booker over 30.5 points and rebounds. Devin Booker's gone over this line in 5 of his last 10 games, but that's really 5 of his last 6 games, and had his best of those 5 in his most recent game against the Mavericks, where he had 37 points and 5 rebounds, averaging 31.2 points plus rebounds over his last 10. He's really just been heating up over his last 10 too, so we love to see that, shooting 47% and 39% from 3 as well, picking up almost 8 free throws per game over that 10-game stretch as well. Helps out as well. 8 rebound chances, love that too. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games with 9 rebound chances, including each of his last 2. I feel really good about that as well, making at least 2 threes per game. Everything is pointing to over for this line for us. On the entire season, he's only hit this line in 47% of his games, but he's hit it so much more recently. Look at this. Had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 game stretch where he went over in 8 straight. And then he's hitting 5 of his last 6. So feel really good about this going into this matchup. Head-to-head, Devin Booker's gone over this line in 4 of his last 5 matchups against the Trailblazers. Now, in his last matchup, all these matchups prior were last season. So, yes, okay, maybe it doesn't really tell us, paint the full picture. And he did go under in the one matchup earlier this season, back in early November. So, that was this season, but that is a while ago if you think about it, back in November, and we're already in April, so that was like 5-6 months ago, so it's been a while. A lot has changed. Devin Booker's going to be looking to attack in this game. Overall, the Trailblazers rank 16th in points allowed, 11th in rebounds at the shooting guard position, slightly worse, 18th in points allowed, and 13th in rebounds allowed overall. So not a crazy favorable matchup based on those data points, but also not like a terrible play either. So we feel really good about this. It's about league average-ish, maybe slightly worse. So feel really good about this play for Booker. Love how he's been shooting the ball recently. And again, it's playoffs. It's do or die. Like these guys, these star players on these teams are going to want to step up. They understand the sense of urgency. They're looking to put the ball in the basket a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised if Booker takes a few more shots than he normally takes as well. Takes about 18 to 19 shots per game. Look, took 27 shots in his last game against the Mavericks. So hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots 20, 25 shots again in this game tomorrow. So, or today for Tuesday. I'm recording later at night the day before. But yes, we love Devin Booker over 30.5 points plus rebounds. That's play number 3. Play number 4, we're taking Scoot Henderson over 12.5 points. Now, Jeremy Grant has been listed as questionable. He's missed the last 7 games of the regular season due to a right calf strain. Don't know if he's actually going to play or not. That may or may not affect this, but I still like Scoot Henderson for over this line. If Jeremy Grant doesn't play, Scoot Henderson will probably stick in the starting lineup, but it seems like even if Jeremy Grant does play, he'll probably just come in off of the bench. Probably won't play a full minute's worth of game. So that's that. But Scoot Henderson's gone over this points line in 8 of his last 10 matchups, averaging 15.7 points over that 10-game stretch. Had a 5-game stretch here, really hit in 6 of his last 7 games. So we feel good about that. Had 15 points in his last game. Really good stuff there. On the entire season, gone over this line in 53% of his games, and you can see it's much more recent over the last 15-ish games or so, playing much better, hitting over this line more. Head-to-head against the Phoenix Suns, gone over in only 2 of his last 5 matchups, but and from one this season, he finished with exactly 11 points back in February, so that was about 2 months ago. But yes, he missed, still close to the line. Was able to do it twice last season, so we take that into consideration as well. But really, like he's been playing over his last 10. Overall, the Phoenix Suns ranked 6th in the league in terms of points allowed to their opponents, but against point guards, a little bit worse, 12th in the league, giving up about 16 points per game. So we like this matchup. Still better than half the league by a little bit, but we still like the matchup for Scoot Henderson. Been playing well recently over his last 10, shooting 43% and 40% from 3 as well, making at least 2 threes per game, shooting the ball very efficiently from 3, playing about 27 to 28 minutes per game as well. Played 30 plus in each and 3 of his last 4 games, so on the court even a little bit more heading into the playoffs, so that we love that as well. So Scoot Henderson over 12.5 points is our 4th play to round us out. Now let's quickly recap these plays before we get on out of here. All right, so we have Jaime Jaquez over 11.5 points, LaMelo Ball over 36.5 PRA, which is my favorite play for Tuesday. Devin Booker over 30.5 points plus rebounds, and Scoot Henderson over 12.5 points. So those are my 4 plays for the NBA Tuesday play-in games. NBA playoffs are finally here. It's super exciting. If you guys are not already, get on Underdog, where you guys can play $5 and get $50 in bonus cash when you use my code TEEJ10. The links for Novig and Underdog are in the description below. You guys can sign up. Between the 2 apps, you can put just 10 of your own dollars up, and you'll get a $100 bonus between the 2 apps. A lot of other apps will give you a 100% deposit match, but you got to put up 100 of your own dollars to get 100 back. Not these 2 apps. Play 10 of your own dollars, 5 on each. You get $50 each. That's $10 of your own money, and you get $100 bonus cash back on 2 different apps, guys. And you can also get if you start using Underdog, you guys can get maybe some boosts in your account as well. That always helps out. Who doesn't love some profit boost? So go get on Novig, go get on Underdog. These are my 4 plays for NBA Tuesday. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for NBA Wednesday picks.